There's a quiet moment that only certain people know. It happens late at night when the world finally slows down. The messages stop, the noise fades, the pressure lifts, and that's when you suddenly feel awake. You look at the clock and realize it's way later than you planned. You promised yourself you'd sleep early, and part of you feels guilty, but another part of you feels calm, focused, almost alive. Most people think staying up late is about bad habits, weak discipline, or screen addiction, but psychology tells a very different story. People who consistently stay up late aren't just fighting sleep, they're protecting something. For many of them, nighttime is the only part of the day that feels like it truly belongs to them. During the day, your attention is owned by everyone else. Work, school, family, expectations, noise, deadlines. At night, no one is asking anything from you. There's no role to play, no urgency, no audience. So while others are winding down, your mind is just getting started. This is why late-night thinkers often overthink, not because they're anxious by nature, but because nighttime is when their thoughts finally have space. There's also a deeper psychological layer. It sounds dramatic, but the idea is simple. If your day felt controlled, rushed, or overwhelming, your brain rebels at bedtime. Going straight from obligation to sleep feels like losing the only part of the day that was supposed to be yours. So, you stay up, not because you don't value rest, but because you value autonomy. That extra hour scrolling, watching, thinking, or creating isn't always about entertainment. It's about reclaiming agency. And here's the part most people miss. Late-night people are often highly sensitive to stimulation. Their brains process more information during the day. Noise, emotions, interruptions, social dynamics, all of it stacks up. By night, they're overstimulated but mentally hungry, too tired to perform, too awake to sleep. So they exist in this in-between state, exhausted but alert, drained but thoughtful. That's why mornings feel brutal. Not because they're lazy, but because the world demands output before their system is ready. Psychology calls this social jet lag, a constant mismatch between your biological rhythm and society's schedule. And living in that mismatch long enough can create shame. You start telling yourself something is wrong with you, that you lack discipline, that you're wasting your life, that everyone else has figured something out you haven't. But the truth is quieter. Many people who stay up late are not avoiding life. They're processing it. The problem isn't that night gives them peace. The problem is when night becomes the only place they feel safe, because the same habit that protects their mental health can slowly drain their physical one. Sleep deprivation doesn't care about intention, and over time, the fog, the emotional heaviness start to build. This isn't a message telling you to become a morning person. It's not about forcing yourself into someone else's rhythm. Maybe you need more moments of quiet during the day. Maybe you need creative or emotional outlets before midnight, so night doesn't feel like your only escape. And maybe, just maybe, you need to stop judging yourself for the way your mind works. Staying up late doesn't mean you're broken. It often means you're sensitive, reflective, and wired for depth in a world that never slows down. So if you're watching this late at night, feeling that familiar mix of calm and regret, know this: you're not alone. You're not weak, and you're not wasting time. Your mind just found its own way to breathe. And once you understand that, you can stop fighting yourself and start working with who you actually are.